Namaste guys, Ashish here for Namaste Tech, and in this video I'm going to talk about Nokia's return. It's a pretty exciting news that came out on Sunday, and we are all excited that we will see Nokia branded phones again in our hands. Of course, we all grew with Nokia phones, and they were the first company to get very good phones, including pure view, great design, and whatnot. So the first thing let's talk about is who is actually making the phones. Is it Nokia? Well, that's something you should know about. It's not Nokia. What Nokia has done actually is given the license to use the name to a company called as HMD. This company is actually going to manufacture the first smartphone, the first Android smartphone which will have the Nokia branding. So that's clear. Let's move on. So I'll start with Nokia 6, the phone that was announced, and it's for China. So it comes with Snapdragon 430 with 4 GB of RAM. It has got 16 megapixel rear camera, 8 megapixel front camera with f2.0 aperture. It's a 5.5-inch metallic unibody design phone with 3400 mAh battery. It also comes with Dolby amplifiers when it comes to speakers. So overall the phone looks charming. That said, what I really want to talk about is, can Nokia actually survive in the Android smartphone market, which is pretty matured, a lot of competition, and now that we are looking at the evolution of smartphone to the next level, is Nokia HMD is actually ready to take on? Let's start with the past of Nokia. Nokia started making phones where the phones were pretty much new. Forget about smartphones. Phones were new. The internet was not at the stage where it is now, like the kind of apps and services we see. So whatever phones Nokia made, it was like he was the only guy doing it. There was no other competition, not so much like as of today. So you got phones with very good design, with very good keyboard, with great camera like the 808 PureView. And it reached a point where things changed. Things changed because the internet became bigger than ever. Like in 2008, iPhone came where touch took every part of the phone. Like it was the prominent part of the phone. That's what iPhone gave to the world. And after that, everything actually changed. And then came the Android, and the whole market segment changed. So you see, Nokia as a company back then was stuck to a platform which wasn't growing, which wasn't evolving. Though it had apps and everything, but it wasn't growing. And this is why Nokia's phone segment started falling right after iPhone and Android. Fast forward today, HMD is making the phones branded by Nokia. In my opinion, is actually testing the waters. It's trying to figure out what kind of phones it should make. Because as I said, the market is pretty saturated, and this is the reason it's starting with a mid-segment phone, and it started with a processor which is only Snapdragon 430, and the price of the phone, it could have been a much better processor, but that isn't the case. So if you all are pretty excited about Nokia taking over the whole Android segment in a sweep, let's hold on to it. Now let's talk about Nokia 6 in China. This phone is only for China as of now, although we'll see variants coming for India and other parts of the world. But starting with China, and at a price where it's launching in China, it already has competition. China is a home of Xiaomi and Honor and Huawei, and they are like huge in China. Especially Huawei is huge in China. They sell like a lot. And if I have to take two phones in competition with Nokia 6, it's going to be Honor 6X and it's going to be Mi5. Both have similar prices, but they come with Snapdragon 820, which is much better processor, and the build quality of all of them are pretty much equal. So in my opinion, HMD is only testing waters. It's trying to figure out what kind of mid-range phones it should build. Coming back to India, it's going to be equally competitive for Nokia, because you have like Lenovo, you have got Xiaomi here, you have got Asus here. There are a lot of competition in the Indian segment, and it's only possible, in my opinion, is either build a phone which is like classic high-end phone, or come up with a mid-range segment phone at around like 10,000 and compete with the OEMs here. Only time will tell whether Nokia is actually going to be successful. Till then, I'll say have your hopes high, but then don't expect things to change drastically. So guys, thanks for watching the video. This was Nokia 6 and my view of how Nokia might do in the competitive market, and let's see how it comes out in the future. Thanks for watching.